Spoilers for The Expanse in My Pants, Season 6, Episode 4, and all that came before, baby! So who the hell is this? I'll tell you. It's Winston Duarte, former commander of the Martian Navy and now leader, or High Consul, if you will, of the Laconian Empire. Though, I don't think at this stage we should call it the Laconian Empire, because they ain't that big yet. But they're getting there, and yeah, I'm not going to say any more about that, because that's spoilies. He is the dude who is running the whole show on Laconia, who made the deal with Marco for the proto-molecule, and he is a very naughty boy. He is there trying to inspire the younger generation, or dare I say, radicalize them, when old mate rolls in with an alarming discovery. He has made some kind of scientific breakthrough on that weird space station thing. Remember we saw this guy last season banging on about the progress with the proto-molecules and the towers and whatever, and it's all coming along swimmingly. What he has discovered, it's not heaps clear, but he has discovered a way to turn something on, and I don't mean sexually. It's hinted that he can now activate the proto-technology, the ship, or these things, which, if so, then they can harness the power, master the technology, and the Laconians would have access to very advanced tech, weapons, ships, sex toys, who knows, it's all very exciting. They've had some kind of breakthrough. I'm sure we'll find out what that is next episode. Later, we see the girl taking her dead brother into the woods. Obviously, she is taking him to the resurrection dog, remember that dog that can bring things back to life and fix drones and shit, in a hope, probably, that it will bring him back to life too. So it's all very spooky, and I reckon we're going to see some weird shit next time around. Back on Ceres, everyone is all riled up because of the terrorist attack, and Sandrani is trying to get everyone to tell the Inners to fuck the fuck off. And no surprise, the builders are sick of being treated like second-class citizens. The Martians want to burn hard to Medina Station and battle it out with Marco and the Free Navy, but Avasaralala says that would be playing into Marco's hands. That's probably what he wants. We need to help the people here first, strengthen our forces, get our shit together, and then make a battle plan, then attack the Free Navy. The Martians look like they're going to go ahead with the attack, even if Earth decides to stay here on Ceres. Sneaky, sneaky Martians. Back on the Rossi, Naomi is sending out a wide signal to everyone or anyone that can receive it with the drive signatures and whatnot, the complete description of Marco's ship, the Pella, in the hope that someone can locate it. Like they might scan it in a distance and then send the details back to the Rossi. She wants to kill that motherfucker. Meanwhile, Peaches discovers that Holden disarmed the nuke that was meant to blow the living shit out of Marco's ship, and she tells Amos. Amos is super pissed and confronts Holden. He says that he doesn't know what the hell is going on. If we are not trying to win, then what the fuck are we doing out here, man? Holden gets the message and confesses to Naomi later on. Naomi tears Holden a new one, saying that he has to stop trying to protect her. She can make her own choices. She's accepted the fate of her son, Filip. Holden confesses that it wasn't just about her. It was about the fact that he doesn't want to kill her son. He doesn't want that on his conscience. He simply doesn't have it in him anymore. Perhaps he never did. It's all very emotional, and really what it comes down to is that Holden, stoic Holden, is tired. He is sick of all the killing, and he just can't do it anymore. It's all very sad, but Peaches later gives him a pep talk and cheers him up a bit by saying, you should never feel bad for not killing someone. Trust me, I have to live with all the people I've hurt and killed, and I see their faces every fucking single day, so don't feel so bad. This Peaches chick, she's really turned around. She's really turned around, man. In the books, this whole scene on the Rossi goes down a little different. I mean, it's more or less the same result, but from what I discerned is that Amos was not really that pissed at Holden in the books. He was just confused. And yeah, everyone is a bit grumpy that Holden let them escape, but it didn't, from what I remember anyway, it didn't seem like they were as mad at him. In fact, Amos says to Holden in the books, what happens next time? Like, what are you going to do next time? And Holden says, more or less coming around, that it won't happen again. Next time, he will take the shot and have to live with the consequences. And Amos accepts that. So it's a little bit different in the show. It seems a bit more emotional and more confrontational in the show, but the results are more or less the same as they were in the books. This episode, by the way, really got me in the feels. It was fucking powerful stuff. I see it kind of like the calm before the storm. Despite there being a bit of action with the drama stuff, which I'll talk about in a bit, the episode was very emotive, and I'm not gonna lie, despite being a big hairy man beast, I shed a few tears, and I ain't even ashamed of those tears, motherfuckers. Shit, real men cry, man. Real men cry. This show is brilliant, and it makes me feel things, which I like. So, back on the Pella, Marco, the man-child, takes out his frustrations on his son Filip by demoting the fuck out of him. He puts him on repair crew, and to Filip's credit, he accepts his lower status position and gets to work fixing the ship with this cool dude when they find the nuke, the one sent from the Rossi. There's a bit of emotional back and forth, but when they discover that the nuke was disarmed, the cool dude says it must be a malfunction, otherwise why didn't it blow up? But Filip has his suspicions. Perhaps he assumes his mum, Naomi, disabled it, which gives him pause to reconsider pretty much everything, his loyalties, his actions, his future. Meanwhile, Drummer and the Golden Bow begin their first salvage or pirate mission, if you will. They invade one of the Free Navy's cargo holds, which is full of groovy supplies. But, unbeknownst to the mighty Drum, there are a bunch of guards inside the ship, as if they were waiting for them, or someone. A few of them die, and Drummer's sexy poly boyfriend guy loses his arm. This was definitely one of the more gory things this show has ever done, I reckon, and it was pretty fucking insane. But anyway, they kill all the baddies, they lose a few, but they manage to beat the baddies, and they salvage the gear. Later, we see the sexy dude with his arm in the gel thing. I think even in episode 1 of the first season, I'm pretty sure we see this technology growing back the dude's arm after it was lobbed off during an ice hauling accident. So does this mean that the sexy guy can get a new arm? Potentially, I think yes. He's probably going to live anyway, so that's cool, I guess. The mighty Drum is pissed, however, and sends out a message to everyone, similar to how Naomi did earlier, calling Marco a coward and officially announcing her rebellion to the world, to the universe. I suppose her intentions were to weaken Marco's standing amongst the Belters. Belters are tough, spacefaring people who pride themselves on battle victories and defiance in the face of oppression and anguish. By making Marco look weak, calling him a coward, and raiding his supplies, potentially some Belters might turn away from him, and it almost worked on his own bloody ship. The crew all look around like, what? But Filip, embarrassed by the entire affair, stands up and tells everyone to stop being a bunch of fucking pussies and get back to work. We are Free Navy. We are warriors. We fight till victory or death. Huzzah! And then he storms off, which I bet he will regret moments later because he left his fucking food back on the table, which means he's probably going to get a bit hungry. So what does he do? Does he go hungry, or does he sulk back into the mess later and get his food? Like, you know when you have a fight with your girlfriend or whatever, and then you storm off, but then you have to come back in moments later because you forgot your keys or something like that, and it's fucking awkward? That's what Filip did, man. He left his stew behind. Man, you never leave your stew behind. That is a rookie mistake. I don't know why I'm so hung up on the stew. Maybe it's because I'm a bit hungry. Hopefully my girlfriend gets back with some food right now. I'm hungry, man. Maybe she'll get me a sausage roll. Anyway, that's pretty much it. The reporter lady does her video thing for Avasarala, but Avasarala says it makes them look weak, but the reporter lady says it makes them look human. It makes them all look like equals, which is probably better for the longevity of their alliance with the Belters. Anyway, the video depicts Earthers not as some kind of a master race, but depicts them as human. They are vulnerable just like everybody else, and this might bring everyone together in the face of a tragedy, in the face of this huge sort of disaster. Belters, Martians, and humans all teamed up together to save each other from the attack. So I think the video does its job. Oh yeah, and one other thing happens. In a bonus episode, we learn that Peaches' dad, Jules Pierre Mao, you know, the fucking nutter who experimented on kids and shit, the dirty arms dealer, well, he died in prison. So you can only access these minisodes via Amazon. They don't directly affect the main story, but they are pretty cool, so check them out if you've got Amazon. And basically, Peaches still loves her dad, despite him being a monster. Blood bonds, man, they're hard to fucking break. She hates that she loves him, and she has a bit of an episode when she found out that he died. Again, it's a very emotional episode and minisode, and like I said, this seems like the calm before the storm. And in the Ty and That Guy podcast, they did mention that the last episode of this season was the most expensive episode to make, so I imagine shit is about to get real, son. Only 2 episodes to go, and I am very wet with anticipation. So what did you guys think of this episode? Did you have a little cry? Did you look away from the screen when they severed that dude's fucking arm off? Leave a comment, and let's get a friendly discussion going. Okay, I love you. Bye.